Very good evening, class. So, I would like to welcome you all in another class of computer science. And today we are going to discuss more on SQL. And in more on SQL part, we are going to discuss very important concept, that is your SQL joins. So, so as far as our today's agenda of discussion is concerned, we are going to cover up SQL joins and introduction to SQL joins, in which we are going to cover what types of SQL joins are available. We are going to discuss equi-join, then non-equi-join, then equi-join. In equi-join, further we are going to discuss inner join and outer join. Now, later on in detail, we are going to discuss what are inner join, what are left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, natural join, cross join, and self join. So all these topics we are going to cover in today's class. So without wasting our time, let's discuss the lesson. Now, as far as this SQL join part is concerned, what is a SQL join? Let's discuss about. The core purpose of having join is to cover up just join to more than one tables. Okay, so in this what actually happens is join clause combine rows from two or more table and create a set of rows in temporary table, which means that you can just combine uh, more than one rows of a table, and you can just obtain the desirable result out of it. Okay, so for this same I have created two sample table with the help of create command. Like I have created one table by the name table 1 tab 1, and I have created another table by the name tab 2. My tab 1 table is having two columns by the name A and M. A is holding integer type value, which is basically depicting primary key, or you can say this is holding the ID part, and M is holding variable character type value, right? So it is having your alphabetical values. And similarly in table 2 I have created the same column by the same name, but I've changed one name over here, and in place of M I have used N, just to show you the difference, that how join actually works. Now talking about this insert command, I have inserted values in my table and table 1, and talking about this I have inserted values in my table 2. Okay, now let's see that what all values are there in my table 1. So as you can see, whatever value we have inserted, those values are coming over here, that is A1 and M and 2N, as you can see, right? Now talking about this second query, let's execute it and find out that what values are there in my table 2. Okay, so let's execute this query, and you can see and the values in table 2s are 2p, 3q and 5r. The values whatsoever we have provided are already there in the table. Now let's get back to our join class. Now what is SQL join? As we have already discussed, if we want to connect or merge two or more tables, so we can do this with the help of SQL join feature, and it creates a set of rows in a temporary table. That means the table which you are joining will be virtually existing. It will not be existing permanently in your database. it it means that you cannot access this table later on. Okay, on the basis of provided join condition you can access this table. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now let's discuss about types of equal join. What types of equal joins are available? That very first join is your equi-join. What does equi-join means? This word equi is derived from the word equal. Okay, that means we are connecting two tables on the basis of equality condition. That means this join is a very simple SQL join, and it uses equal sign. On the basis of what you will do, you will connect both the table with the help of what equality condition, that means your equality operator. Okay, and you will that it is the equal operator which will be using as comparison operator for the condition. That means that if all the record in one column of my table is equal to all the record in second column of my table, or the record equal to in second table or in my second table, then equality will take place. Okay, now talking about non-equijoin. Non-equijoin means that instead of this equality sign, what you are going to use, you are going to use non-equality sign for, and but you are going to use comparison operator only. As you can see, what operator you can use, you can use greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, right? But the core parameter that non-equijoin uses comparison operator other than equal sign. Okay, so that means here will not be using equal signs. We can use various other signs, various other operators which are available with us. Now talking about your types of equijoins. If I talk about this equijoin, we can test the equality and we can join two table with the help of inner join and outer join. Now let's discuss what does inner join means. It returns only matched rows from the participating table. That means if the rows are matching, then those rows will be displayed you as a result, and the match happen only at the key record of participating table. That means only those records will be displayed if the records are getting matched. If the records are not getting matched, those records will not be shown as the result. Now talking about outer join, what does outer join means? That it returns all the row from one table and matching row from the secondary table. That means if you are going to perform left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, then accordingly the conditions will take place. Now the core difference between this inner join sorry this inner join and outer join is that inner join will return you only those records which are satisfying the equality condition, but outer join will be giving you all the records from one table and matching records from the secondary table. Okay, and the comparison column should be equal in both the table. Yeah, this is the essential condition, that number of comparison column should be equal in both the tables, right? So let's move ahead. Now talking about, as we have discussed, that these are various types of SQL joins. These are like inner join, your left join, left outer join, your right join, that is right outer join, full join, full outer join, you can call it as. Now talking about natural join and this cross join. Cross join means Cartesian product. We can perform Cartesian product as well, and we'll be learning what else, that is self join as well. Okay, so let's move ahead with the lesson. Now what does inner join means? The inner join selects all the row from both participating table as long as there is a match between the column. It will be, this join will be selecting all the rows, as we have discussed, from both the participating table as long as there is a match between the columns. If the matching is getting found, then what will happen? Both the table will get joined and result will be displayed, and we'll be, don't worry, we'll be understanding all these things practically as well. Okay, now an SQL inner join is same as join clause combining two or more rows or two or more rows from two or more tables, right? So we can perform inner join by using join clause. We will be using join clause for it, and we'll be combining the tables, right? The table rows, okay, from two or more tables. So let's understand how to do this. Okay, So this table as we have already created in our database, and similarly this table as we have already created in our database. So let's perform inner join and see the difference. Okay, so go to this and perform the inner join. So what now, before explaining this practical part, I would like to show you that as you can see there is a table. In this table all the records, all the requisite records are given, and in second table all the requisite records are given, right? Now what happens if I am going to perform the join, inner join between two tables, table A and table B? What is happening? It is just giving me the common record. And why it is giving me the common record? Because I have tested the equality on the basis of this first column, this column 1. So on the basis of this first column, it will give me the desirable result. So let's understand, okay, practically. So if I want to see the result, I'll see that select, and what I want to select, that is, this is for inner join. So let's make comment first, inner join. Okay, so select a strict from your tab 1, inner join, and what, tab 2, where, or not where, in MySQL you can write where clause, where what, tab 1 dot a, the first column of tab 1 should be equal to the second column of, the first column of tab 2a, right? So here this query will throw an error because we cannot use this where clause over here. So let's run the query and see incorrect syntax near where. So what you can write in SQL Server, in SQL Server you have to write on, but in MySQL you can write where clause will work perfectly. Okay, so what is happening, that select asterisk from table 1 and just do inner join with table 2 on table 1a. All those records from table 1a column should be equal to table 2a column. So let's run this query and see the result. While running this query, as we can see, the result is showing as a2, right, a2, and then again a2m and a2n. As you can see here in this resultant table, that only those record has displayed as a result. I would like to show you only those records is displayed as a result, where both the columns, like the second both the values from column A are finding equal. Okay, if this will be having more values instead of 2, like 3 would be here, then 3 will also be coming as a result. So I hope this must be clear to you all, how two tables are getting joined with the help of inner join. Okay, so you need not to worry. In MySQL what you can do is, in MySQL you can directly write inner join and where clause will perfectly work over here, but in SQL Server you need to write on clause. Okay, then moving towards next. So I hope this inner join must be clear to you all. So what it is giving you as a result, it is giving you, as far as this Venn diagram is concerned, it is giving you only the common records from both the tables. So on the basis of given condition, right? If you are going to change the condition, then accordingly the result will also change. For example, instead of A, if I am going to write both the column name like M from table 1 and what, N from table 2, So what will happen? The result will be null. Like you will not be getting anything because no record is found common on the basis of given condition. Okay, so you are getting that an empty table because no record is found, getting found common in both the tables. So I'm writing A over here again so that just the condition could meet, the condition could satisfy, right? So let's run it and see the result. Now moving towards next is the left outer join. Instead of inner join, what we are going to discuss are left outer join. Now what does left outer join means? That it is also called as the SQL left join. It joins two tables and fetches row based on a condition which are matching in both the tables. That means you will be getting the records which are matching in both the tables, but unmatched row will also be available from the table before the join clause. What does it means? Like from left table it will take all the records, okay, but from right table it will take only the matching records. Like for example, it will take common as well as far as I am going to discuss through this Venn diagram, it will take common records from both the table as well as all the records from the left table. Okay, so let's understand it practically. So we are now going to discuss left outer join. Now if I am going to just copy this query and I'm going to write left join, instead of inner join I'm gonna write left join from table 1 and from table 2, and the condition of join is still same. So while you will be running this query, you will be getting this as a result. As you can see, my table 1 is having how many rows? My table 1 is having 1, 2, 3 rows, in which the values are 1m, 2n and 4o. So as you can see, all the records from table 1 is given over here, but only the common record from table 2 has taken out and rest of the fields are left null because the matching condition couldn't satisfy, okay, for these A, right? If I talk about this 1 and 2, sorry, both are not same, so what will happen here? It will give you null. That means all the records from left table but matching records from the right table which are satisfying the criteria. Okay, so this is about your left outer join. I hope this must be clear to you all how the left outer join has taken place. Okay, so let's move to our presentation. Now moving towards next is our right outer join. As far as this right outer join is concerned, it is opposite to left outer join. Now try to just connect with left outer join. What was happening in left outer join? It was taking all the record from left table but only matching records from the right table. Now the same condition will take place over here. It will take all the records from right table but the matching records from left table. So let's understand the definition, that the SQL right join joins two table and fetches row based on a condition which are matching in both the tables. Perfect. And the unmatched row will also be available from the table written after the join clause. Okay, from that table which is mentioned after the join clause. So let's move to your SQL engine, and what we are going to do right now, that is right outer or right join. Outer join. Please do not get confused between right outer join or right join, both are same actually. Okay, so just copy I'm going to copy this and paste it, and what I can do is, in place of this, I can just simply write right join table 2, and I'm going to execute this query. Okay, and just see the difference, right? So what is coming here as a result? It is taking matching records from the left table, okay, but all the records from the right table, and rest of the fields will be considered as null values, because no matching could be found between both the common name column, as we have apply the equality criteria on these two columns, that is from table 1a and table 2a. So I hope this right outer join must be clear to you all. So let's move ahead. Now right outer join, after this, as we have discussed, let's discuss through Venn diagram. It is taking all the common records from both the table, but uncommon records will be taken from the right table. Okay. Now moving towards next, it is the next is full outer join. Now what is full outer join? Actually, this will combine both the table. It will be taking all the matching records from both the table, and unmatching records also will be considered by full outer join from both the tables. So for example, now let's move to your query window and see the result. Okay, so how the result is coming, I'm just copying it, and we have to discuss full outer join. Now let's discuss full outer join, what is happening into it. If I'm gonna write full outer join, so if I am going to execute this query, this will result me, my result will altogether get changed, that the common record are coming from both the table, but see, all the records are considered from the left table, as well as all the records are considered from the right table. Now you need to you need to understand it very carefully, that how this full outer join is giving us a result. See, if I am going to see my tables, now understand your table. Your table, first table will be having how many records? Your first table will be having 3 rows, that is 1m, 2n and 4o. Now talking about this 1m, this 1m couldn't found matched in table 2, that's why only null values are coming over here. Okay, now talking about 2n, yes, for this matching condition, that is, what is the matching condition? That the value of column A from table 1 should be similar to the value of column A from table 2. That is, here the conditions are matched, 2 and 2, that's why it is showing you as the result. Now talking about this 4 and O, no matching is found, that's why null value is coming over here. Now talking about this 3, no 3 is here, so null value is coming over here. And talking about 5, that's why null value is also coming over here. I hope this must be clear to you all, how 5 rows are coming as a result in full outer join, because only out of 6 rows only 1 row was common, so this one has been presented as a common row, and rest of the rows are uncommon. That's why what is happening, all uncommon rows are also coming as a result. I hope this must be clear to you all. So full outer join, we are done with full outer join. If it is not clear, then you can write me in comments for more explanation of any of the covered topic which we have covered so far, right? So you can just write on my comment, and I can give you the desirable explanation. Now after full outer join, what is to be done? That is natural join. Now what is natural join? Dear, this natural join, SQL natural join, is a type of equi-join and is structured in such a way that column with the same name of associated table will appear once only. That means the column with the same name, the table which you are taking, in which the column names are same, those column will appear once only. The associated table will have one or more pair of identically named column. That the associated table, the table which we are taking, table 1 and 2, should have one or more pair of identically named column. That means you have to have at least one pair of identical columns should be there. Like you cannot perform this natural join between those tables where no records are found common. Now talking about this part, the column must be must have the same data type. All joins can perform if the right data types are getting varied. It will just tell you the value, whether values are same or not. But for natural join, all the columns must be of same data type, and on clause cannot be used in a natural join. Let's understand practically that as we are having this particular column, I mean, as we are having this particular table A and M, where records are 1M, 2 and 4O, and there is another table named as table B, which are having records. And while natural joins are getting performed, so earlier while we were performing inner join, the column A was coming twice. You remember? But here, the common column will come only once, and what will happen? No equality condition will be provided. No equality condition need to be provided, and it will take the common records. Let's understand it practically. So what we are going to do, natural join. So I'm just going to write the query. Just copy the query, paste it, and no on condition is required in natural join, because it is taking place naturally. Like where join is possible, the join will take place. If join is not possible, no join will take place. So natural table 1, that is natural, natural, let me check, natural join table B. Yes, okay, it's perfect. And just run the query and see the result. So it is showing me that is from table 1 natural join table 2. While I'm running this, is table 2, okay, natural. Let me check, select. Okay, we need to just hold for a while for the same. I have to check that why the query is not getting executed. Okay, now moving towards next, before coming back to the natural join, we are going to cover up cross product, or we call it as Cartesian product, or you can call as dot product or cross join. Okay, so what does this cross join refers to? The SQL cross join produces a result set which is the number of rows in the first table multiplied by the number of rows in the second table, if no where clause is used along with the cross join, right? then this kind of result is called as Cartesian product, as we have discussed. If where clause is used with cross join, it functions like an inner join, right? So let's understand how cross join takes place. So you can simply write either cross join here in this, and while you will be running, it will be giving you the Cartesian product of the table. Like all the rows of the Cartesian product depicts that all the rows of first table will get paired with the second table. And if you are going to apply equality condition over here, that is natural is hold for a while, we are going to cover cross join. Okay, so if equality condition of over here will come over here, then it will work like a inner join. Okay, so now you can see the result is getting displayed, and with reference to your degree and cardinality, while I am going to perform the cross product on my given table, then the degree will be 2, of course, 4, of course, 2 column from first table and 2 more column from second table, but the cardinality will be 3 rows were there in first table and 3 rows were there in second table. That's why the cardinality will become 3 multiplied by 3, 9. Okay, so as you can see that the result is coming as 1 is getting matched with the like all the record of first table are getting matched with the single record of first table, right? And accordingly the Cartesian product result is coming out. So let's understand with the help of presentation. See that the first this one record from first table is getting matched with all the records of second table. So all possible combinations are made, right? So this is how the Cartesian product is getting formed. The same way you were doing it in the set theory of mathematics, how to find out Cartesian product between two tables, right? That first row will come with all the rows of second table. Similarly, second row will come with all the rows of second table, and third row will come with all the rows of third table. Likewise, you can perform cross join. Okay, so as you can see, the same thing is happening in our SQL result as well. That the first row of first table is getting presented with all the rows of first table. Second table, 1m 2p, then 1m 3q, and then 1m 5r. Then the process is same for 2n 2p, and thus 2n 2 3q, and then 2n 5r. And similarly 4o 2p, and then 4o 3q, and 4o 5r. Right. So likewise, what is happening? With the help of this, you are getting the Cartesian product or the cross join of both the table. Okay, so let's move ahead to our presentation. Now talking about self join. What does self join refers to? Self joins means when the table get join itself, right? Get join itself. For example, a self join is a join in which a table is joined with itself, right? It is a unary relationship because table is getting joined with itself, especially when the table has a foreign key which references its own primary key. Okay, if there is another table which is having foreign key and referencing with the primary key, then you can perform join operation between both the table. To join a table itself means that each row of the table is combined with itself and with every other row of the table. Okay, the self join can be viewed as a join of two copies of the same table. For example, there is a table am, and once it get joined with itself on the basis of where clause, the result will be coming like this. Okay, so let's do self join. So for doing self join, then select, I'm selecting strict from table 1. Okay, table 1, create the alias of the table 1 twice, table 1 a comma table 1 b, where not a, actually a is already our column name, so I'm writing here p and q. I've created the alias, two alias of same table, or I can write p comma q. Now table 1 q. Okay, where p dot a, the first column of table 1, which means the first column of table 1 equals to p dot, I mean q dot a, equals to q dot a, right? So yeah, now our query is complete. Let's run the query and see the result. This is self join. I have created two alias of the same table, that is table 1, and I have joined this table with itself on the basis of defined condition, and likewise it is giving me the desirable result, right? Now inner join, as we have already discussed, that how can we perform inner join. We have discussed the inner join. We have discussed left join or left outer join. How can we perform left join and left outer join? Try to recall the concept. What will inner join will do? It will give us what? Common records from both the table. What will this left outer join do? It will give us common record from both the table, but all the records from all unmatched records as well from the left table. Now what will this right outer join will do? It will give us what? Try to recall. It will give us common records from both the table, but uncommon records from the right table. Now what full outer join will do? It will give us common records from both the table, but uncommon records from both the tables as well. Okay, then what natural join will do? It will give us only those records which are common in both the tables, and the column will be appearing once. There is only one difference between inner join and natural join, that in inner join what will be the result? In inner join, the common column will come twice, but in natural join, common column will come only once. For example, here A is coming only once and rest of the unmatched column. Now cross join. What is cross join? Try to recall. In cross join, what will happen? It will give us the Cartesian product of both the table. That means each row of first table will come with all the rows of the second table. Now what is self join means? Like when both the tables are joined with itself. For example, I have joined the same table A with same table, right, by creating the alias, by creating different name alias, okay, X and Y. So likewise we are then thereafter on the basis of equality condition, both the table are getting joined and the result is coming out. Okay, so I hope we have covered so far everything as per today's agenda. Thank you so much for being so nice audience, and try to follow Janta curfew tomorrow positively and just help our nation to get rid of this pandemic. And right, stay safe and just take care of yourself and always enjoy learning, always be happy to learn, right? Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night.